Seasons lost. In Austin, I saw pause. My eyes crawled to a table. Paralyzed by pairwise dice, then attend to this heaven slice of an angel wrapped in skin. Roll dice and woes of life. Love deprived, looking to revive. What's the meaning of life? One subjective paradise. Crystal chandeliers, moments reflected. Often mirrors appear quick, ready from ear to ear. Craving and raining in rain, rekindle the flame. Close as she draws near. Stay there, remove your underwear, shove it somewhere over there. In paradise, we know our purpose. In paradise, we know what our birth is. In paradise, we manifest dreams. In paradise, truth is what you can see.
Boom. Yes, it is. The truth is what you can see. Hello, everybody, and welcome to this edition of the Unpopular Hour. Of course, I'm your host, Matt Clark, and we do have a special guest that'll be on here in a little bit, and you'll enjoy her and what she has to say. And she's one of our new sponsors, so we're excited about what they have to offer today on Valentine's Day, which I know that some of you all are prepared for, and some of you all aren't. And I know there are some guys who break up with their girlfriends or, just so they don't have to buy them anything. There are guys who do that and they laugh about it at the gym all the time. I'm like, man, you really broke up with her. He goes, well, I don't want to buy her anything. I don't want to take it. I don't want to make it all special. I'm like, so you're going to say you're sorry and buy her a drink? Yeah, I'll do that later. I say, oh, wow. Anyway, those are guys for you. That's how men think sometimes. But anyway, the Thunder last night unfortunately came up short to Minnesota. And part of last night when I did the show after the storm, my thing was this. I felt like they wanted it more than we did, number one. Number two, it was just like, I don't know how to explain it. We just weren't there. We just weren't all there. And it started with our leader. And it started with their leader. At the very beginning of the game, SGA did not start. He was getting a shot block, missing easy shots and missing layups that he normally makes, shooting air balls, different stuff that he normally doesn't do. Their best player, Ant-Man, Anthony Edwards, came out and made his first couple shots, dunked on Chet, got it going, and then his rest of his team followed suit, especially since they're so young. And remember, they had no Connolly. They were completely out of their players. They had no Connolly. They had no oh my God, what's my man's name? I'm not a fan of his anyway. They're big guy. They didn't have him, so they were short on players last night, and 4 players, and they didn't have. Oh my God, I can't believe my mind just went blank. Anyway, they didn't have 4 of their best players, and it was very frustrating because when SGA, and we've talked about this many times, when SGA doesn't come out strong, and everybody else tries to make plays, it's just not good for the Thunder, and that's basically what happened. That's basically what happened. We weren't ready to play. He didn't come out with that same intensity. Remember, he had 41 against them last time, so he spanked them. And I think they made a concerted effort in coming at us and making sure that the others is what I call our team, the others, is SGA and the others, didn't show up. And when I've said this many times, when SGA comes out and he's got focus and he's ready to go, then everybody else, it makes them easier. They don't have to try to make plays. They can just play within themselves. They don't have to try to go out and do things that they're not capable of. And so that to me was a little frustrating. But like I said, push comes to shove. What are we? What are they? Okay, it's not that bad. So anyway, the Thunder lose 116-101. God, we fall to a dismal 44-10. Man, I don't know how I'm going to survive being 44-10. The Wolves are now 26-27. And it's so funny is SGA didn't play great against the Heat the night before, which was Thursday night. Remember, we played back-to-back. And he didn't play well that night either. But when you look at that game, he came back in the fourth quarter and he did something. But for the most part, he had 2 back-to-back games. He did not play well. I don't know if he's looking forward to the All-Star game or what, but he did not play well. The T-Wolves were 12 for 46 from 3. We were 7 for 29. They were 42.4% from the field. We were 42% even. They out rebounded us 54-49. Pips, Pips, my favorite stat. Pips, points in the paint. We each had 56. And then turnovers, we only turned them over 10 times. And if you remember last time, we played them here in Oklahoma City, they had 23 turnovers. And they did not have the starting guard, Mark Connolly. They did not have uh, Julius Randle. I mean, they did have last time, but this time they didn't. And we turned them over less than when they had all their starters. Isn't that crazy? When you think about that, you would think that we would have a better record against their starters, against their their bench players than we would against their starters, but that was not the case. They took care of the basketball. T-Wolves outscored our bench 27-22. And then, of course, the overall game stats. Chet, 30 minutes, 11 points. And Chet just, and I said this last night, he just didn't look, this is only his third game, so he just didn't look like, he was just off balance. And, of course, I forgot that he was from Minneapolis. And I forgot that he was from Minneapolis, but he did not play well, I don't think. But I think, a lot of it has to do with, I know that when I was at Oklahoma State and we came to the All College and played in Oklahoma City, I was way more amped and anxious and everything simply because I'm playing at home in front of all my home guys because I went to Southeast High School and all that. So I was way more amped for that. And so it looked like Chet was that. He was off balance. Like one time, got a rebound and tripped and fell and the ball went off his head. And it's like, you can just see him. He was embarrassed. And it's okay, Chet. We'll be back, a week from Sunday? Yeah, when we play them back-to-back. So anyway, Chet, 11 points, 12 boards, 2 assists, 2 blocks, 2 steals. He played overall decent, but you could just see he was pushing way, way, way too hard, trying to impress his home folks this time around. J-Dub, 8 for 17, 0 for 4, 4 for 5 free throw line. Thank God he was making free throws. That's what I'm concerned about more than anything. 20 points, 3 rebounds, 5 assists, 1 steal, 1 block. And I thought J-Dub played. He has a -4 on his plus-minus, which I thought he played pretty decently overall myself, just looking at it. And then Hartenstein, 27 minutes, 5 for 6, 10 points, 12 boards, another double-double, which I was glad to see that because that was something that really worried me, whether he's going to be able to continue doing double-doubles when Chet came back because of the simple fact those are going to be rebounds taken away from him. But he did have 4 offensive rebounds. Chet had 4 offensive rebounds. So I like that. They had 8 of our 12 combined between just those two. SGA, 6 for 21, 1 for 2, 11 for 11 from the free throw line, 8 rebounds, 9 assists, 24 points. He was a -12 net rating. Plus minus. I don't think he played well at all. I'll give him probably a C plus last night. I don't think he played well at all. Lou Dort, 32 minutes, 6 for 10, 2 for 6, 14 points. I thought Lou played really well overall. Got a little aggressive. I don't like him trying to make plays offensively. I don't like that at all. But I do appreciate one thing. Having the announcers that we had last night, I love the fact of what they were saying because it's so nice as a basketball player who understands the game when you have announcers who are actually calling the plays and the shots correctly and understanding what a floater is, what a teardrop is, what a reverse is, what an inside out, what a Euro step. All those things are very important when you're listening to a game. So that was very, very, very refreshing. Jay Will, 8 minutes, no points. Jay Will is just struggling. And once again, Oklahoma City fans, don't boo him when he's shooting. The whole thing is we build up players' confidence. You don't take their confidence away. You build them up. Come on, guys. Build them up. And you can see Jay Will was struggling a little bit last night, but he did take a couple charges, which I like to see. Dylan Jones, once again, I don't understand why he's playing. Just to get somebody to play. When I looked at their thing last night, they had played 8 players. We played 11. They played 8, we played 11. Now, they're deeper than us, no doubt. Remember, they had 4 guys sitting. So that did DiVincenzo, that's who I was thinking of, for the T-Wolves. That's who was the other guy out. So when I'm looking at that, and I'm like, okay, they had 4 guys sitting out, so they played 8, so that's 12. We played 11. 11. I just don't understand, Dagnott. I don't get it. I really don't. K. Rich, 19 minutes, 4 for 9. I thought he played great overall. He was a -2 net rating. I'm like, let me see, did we have anybody who had a plus minus? Let me see. Wiggins minus, Isaiah Joe, Wiggins -26, and that's about right. He played terrible. He did not play good at all. At all. Giving up those back-to-back, he gave up 6 points. Got rebounded by Nas, then fouled him for an and one, and then gave up another rebound that they converted to a 3 on back-to-back plays. Come on, Wiggins, you're a better player than that. Isaiah Joe -15, and I've said before, he was 0 for 5 from the field, 0 for 4 from the 3-point line, and then 1 for 2 for free throws. And I've said this before. If he's not scoring, if he's not knocking down threes, he can't play him because he's a liability defensively. He just is. I mean, I'm not trying to disperse the guy in any way, but the facts are the facts. What teams have been doing ever since the middle of last year is running him off his spot. And that's what they've done. Now, the Thunder in our first 2 games, remember, we do 10 games at a time for the Thunder. We do 10 games at a time, and then we rank them, what they're going to finish, 8-2, 7-3, 9-1, 10-0, whatever it is. We go in 10 games increments for the Thunder. So right now the Thunder are 1-1 in their first 2 games. Then of course we come back after the All-Star break, which starts today. This All-Star weekend, and we'll go over that on some of the activities and stuff like that. We play the Jazz next Friday in Utah at 8:30, and the thing that I like about that is, number one, is that we were coming off a loss. And anytime we come off a loss, whoever we play next, yeah, you're in trouble. And then number 2, on Sunday, we play at the T-Wolves again, which is the place we just lost at. SGA played terrible. And then we play them again Monday night on back-to-back here in Oklahoma City. Now, that being said, I can promise you that we're going to spank the Jazz, number 1. Number 2, the T-Wolves, we're going to come at them. Because anytime SGA plays bad against a specific team, he murders them the next time. Anytime we as a team play bad against the team the next time we play them, we murder them. So that game in Minnesota, I think we're going to come back and put it on them. That's what I believe, simply because that's been the history thus far this year of this Thunder team. We lose to a team, we play bad, we look horrible, we come back and we spank them. That's what's happened. Now, Dallas, they beat us. We did not look bad. They just played better than us, okay? That was a coaching thing. But only thing that's happened thus far with the T-Wolves and us, we played twice. We beat them at home. They beat us at their home. Now, this is when things matter, because there's 28 games left in the season after the All-Star break. The question is, what do you do from here? So when you look at the Nets, we have Jazz at the T-Wolves in Oklahoma City on back-to-back nights. Then we go to New Jersey to play the Nets. Then that's on a Wednesday. Then we play the Hawks on Friday. Then we play the Spurs at the Spurs, which, of course, that's a revenge game. Remember, they beat us earlier in the year without their three top scorers. I put that squarely on the coach, squarely on his shoulders. There's no way you should get beat by a team without their 3 top scorers. No way. No way. But what he was doing with playing lineups and the way he was substituting, it was horrible. We talked about that too. Then, of course, we have the Rockets here, my grandson's favorite team. Sorry, Lil G, we're going to spank y'all's butt here on March 3rd. Sorry, homie, I love you, but we're going to take care of business right there. Sorry about your Rockets. And then, of course, we have the Grizzlies at the Grizzlies, and they'll be looking for us simply because we beat them pretty handily in Memphis the last time we played. What was that, last week, I believe? So anyway, they'll be looking to even things up, and that ought to be a really good game. I'm looking for Ja and Jaren Jackson Jr., so that ought to be really, really good. Now, that being said, here is the our team shooting percentage. Now, these are all updated, guys. These are updated as of last night. And, like we try to update things as we go through the season at the end of the week or at the beginning of the week. Like we've had tonight, if we play 3 games on the weekends, then I'll update the stats on Monday. And then I turn around if we have a few days off. I try to keep these stats updated as much as possible. But here's the Thunder shooting percentage as of this morning. SGA averaging 32, shooting 52% from the field. 35% from the line, from the 3-point line, and then 89.7% from the free throw line. And remember the other night when he was missing free throws against the Heat, we were like, what the hell? He was 6 for 9. 6 for 9. How the hell are you 6 for 9? It's crazy. And remember, he had made 52 in a row or 51 in a row before he missed to tie Kevin Durant's record for the most free throws consecutive by a Thunder player. He was one short. And then J-Dub, 21 points, 47% from the field, 34% from three, 77% from the line. And we need to make him, he needs to update, because if he's going to have the ball in his hands, teams are going to foul him. And what they did last night I thought was interesting. The Timberwolves double-teamed him, which is not what they normally do when it comes to J-Dub. Teams don't normally double-team him, but they were double-teaming him, making him get rid of the ball. And he wasn't doing a very good job of facilitating. So that may be something we need to watch forward, because if teams see a weakness, they see something that they can exploit, just like we do. Nothing wrong with that. We do the same thing. If we can exploit a team's weakness, we're going to do that. But they really double-teamed J-Dub a lot last night, and he wasn't making the correct passes to the right person. And then the third thing we need to do, and I've talked about this before, is that when they double-team us, whether that's double-teaming SGA, you have to have the right person at the top of the key for him to pass to make the right decision, because now it's a 4-on-3 against their defense. So you have to have the person that he passes to at the top of the key be able to make the right decisions to exploit what they're trying to do at that particular point, whether that's making a jump shot, maybe that's taking them to the basket, whether that's forcing the defense to suck them in and kick it to a wide-open shooter from three. We have to have the right person there. That's interesting. We got to do that. So when J-Dub they double-team him, we have to have somebody do that. Chet, 14.7, 48% from the field, 37% from three, 74% from the line. Not bad numbers. Ihart, 11.9 points a game, 56 from the field. Still doesn't shoot threes. I want him to shoot. I know he hasn't been making them. He's just hesitant. But, bro, they're going to back off of you. Your passing and all that doesn't work if you don't shoot the ball. And you're going to have to get some confidence in shooting the ball. And then also, my biggest fear for him, he's only shoots 64% from the free throw line. And my worry is, in the fourth quarter, in the playoffs, in a good game, a tight game, when it's a one-score game either way or two scores or whatever, the game is tight, they can foul him. And if he's going to go 1 for 2 or 0 for 2, it could hurt us. So that's the one thing that worries me about him. He needs to get that stat up. Wiggins, 10.9 points a game, 49% from the field, 38% from three. I need that number to go back up from 38% from three, because he's now trying to be more of a scorer. He's trying to be our fourth scorer with SGA, J-Dub, Chet, and then him be the fourth scorer. And even though he's the fifth scorer here, Isaiah Hartenstein, Ihart, is not a scorer. Now, he's scoring simply because he's getting rebounds, he's getting follow-ups, and then he's knocking down a little floater that he shoots that we facilitate to him. So those are things that he does do. Okay, that's why he's up there above Wiggins. But Wiggins is considered our fourth scorer, which is a scorer and a shooter are two different things. A shooter is a person that just catches and shoots. That's what Dort more like is. That's what Joe is. And so Isaiah Joe and Lou Dort, they're shooters. They're not really scorers. So Wiggins is trying to turn into a scorer where he can take you off the bounce, off the dribble, for you lay people, where he can score with the ball in his hands versus just catching and shooting. So 38.1, 85% from the line. Love the 85%. Lou Dort, 10 points a game, 43% from the field, 40% from three, 82% from the line. Like the fact these guys can go to the line and knock down free throws. Like that. Isaiah Joe, 99.5 points per game, 43% from the field, 39% from three. And remember, 70% from the line. Isaiah Joe was shooting 50% at the end of towards the middle of last year. And then what teams have done since then, they are now coming at Isaiah Joe, forcing him to put the ball on the ground. And like last night, he comes up and he gets fouled, and he shoots the ball above his head instead of like a nice little scoop, little finger roll. What are you doing, bro? But once again, he is a shooter, not a scorer. And I talked about this last night when after the storm. In that particular situation, when you get hit like that, you want to do a finger roll, which is putting your hand underneath the ball and make it a nice little soft off the glass, or right if you're at the rim, right there in. a little finger roll. That's what you want. But he had the ball above his head trying to go off, and of course he missed it. Because why? He is a shooter, not a scorer. And teams are forcing him into be a scorer, not a shooter, which is really frustrating for him, and that's why his numbers are down the way that they are. Caruso, he did not play last night. We did not play Kaysen last night. So those are things that also hurt us, even though they didn't have their four guys. We didn't have two of our best defenders in Kaysen Wallace and Caruso last night. But Caruso, 6 points, 40.5%, 32% from the three, and 81% from the line. Love the fact he can make free throws under pressure like that. K. Rich, Kendrick Williams, 6 points a game, 49% from the field, 38% from three, and 88% from the line. Like what I'm seeing out of Kendricks. And then, of course, Jay Will, our big boy, 5.3 points per game, 38% from the field, 30% from three. And once again, fans, people, Oklahoma City fans, don't boo our players. I know the other night it was very frustrating when we were at the game just watching him shoot and miss, and then fans started booing him. Well, how the hell does that help you? Help him. You should be clapping and go, come on, it's okay. Come on, you can do it. You encourage, you don't discourage. You encourage him to be better. Okay, guys? Come on now. That's the way you do it. And then, of course, here are our final team stats as of the first part of the year. Here are where we're sitting right now, and hopefully things will get better for our team. That's what we're hoping. We shall see if it works, and I believe it will, because right now the reason why we are winning are these one specific reason. This is why we're winning. Okay, guys? And this is flat out the reason. Because when you look at what we're doing, you look at what we're capable of, this is why the Thunder are doing what they're doing. Okay? And I love our team. I love our defense. I love what we're doing. They keep us in games. And usually what happens over time, what we usually do is we break a team down. And they do make the mistakes that they need to make. And that's how we've been winning. We are averaging 117 points a game, which puts us at sixth. 104.8. So we're number one in team giving up points. That's one of the reasons why we're 44 and 10. Field goal percentage, we're 51.1. Another reason why we are where we are. 3-point percentage, we're giving up 33.2 free throws, percentage of games. That's another reason why we're number one, 44 and 9. Free throw percentage, which I really, like I've said before, I don't know if we count that or not count that. How do you really, I don't know how you really count that. We're shooting 82%, but the opponent's at 76. Do you really affect how your opponents shoot the free throw? Not really. You just don't. It's just who you're playing. Assists, 16th, but we're fourth in allowing teams to score at 24.2. Now, what that really means at 24.2 is that we're not allowing them to get into their offensive flow in order for somebody to create plays or opportunities for other people. That's what that means. Pips, points in the paint. Pips, that's my favorite stat, 41.9. That's what we give up per game. We're 12th as far as number of pips that we score, 50 points a game. Steals, we're number one. And taking the ball away, 6.6. We're number one in taking care of the ball. Blocks, we're number 6, which will increase then once Chet gets back to playing on a consistent basis. And then, of course, turnovers, we're number one in only turning the ball over 11.6 points per game. And we're number one in turning the opposing team over. And this is a stat that I love. We're 17.8 as far as turning the opposing team over. Okay? And 10.9 of those are steals. That's an interesting stat to me. 10 of their 17 turnovers that opposing teams have are steals. Not where they throw the ball away, but we take the ball from them. Because we always talk about this, steals and turnovers equal transitional baskets, and transitional baskets equal flow of the game, your offensive flow. That means that gets you in a rhythm. And that's part of the reason we only had 10 turnovers last night. So by us only turning them over 10 times, we never really got into an offensive flow. And you could really tell when it came down to it. Second quarter points, we're fifth, averaging 29.8. And we're third in giving up second quarter points, 26.9. Fourth quarter points, we're fourth, 24.2. 24th in scoring, and we're second in the fourth quarter, which is a kind of a weird stat because to me, we haven't. SGA has only played what did they say last night? That he's missed. What is it? He's only played in two of the last five fourth quarters, or two of the last six fourth quarters, or something like that. So he doesn't play a lot in the fourth quarter. Why? Because our defense, the numbers I just showed you, defensively we turn the opposing team over, we get out in a lead, and we bust them up in the second or the third quarter, which allows us to have a lead, which keeps him rested. Even though he's still playing 30 minutes, that's better than 38 or 40 minutes. It rests. And plus, he's only missed one game this year. So that makes a huge, huge difference in what we've been able to accomplish. So, that being said, we want to take this opportunity to thank our sponsors. And, of course, we're going to get our secret sponsor, I guess our secret guest. I guess that's what we're going to call it. Anyway, we'll figure that out here in a minute. We want to thank SRB. If you have any needs for engineering, surveying, and planning, hit these guys up. They love to be behind the scenes. So if you're building a new office complex, these guys can lay it out for you. Make sure everything's going to run smoothly, all the piping, everything. You'll be in a nice, smooth area. That way you don't have to worry about any issues, flooding and stuff like that. And also, if you have a water treatment plant in your city or county, these guys are fantastic at that. And as we said many times, who the hell doesn't like clean drinking water? I know I do. That's why I have a water treatment system in my house. Plus my pit bull, he likes clean drinking water as well. And then Oak Grove Trucking, if you have needs for dirt, rock, or sand to be moved, hit my guy up. He'd love to take care of you. And then, of course, YNB, family owned and operated since 1912. They are the bank that makes things happen. They're an equal housing lender, member of the FDIC, proud sponsor for us to go out and support women, minority, and black-owned businesses in the Oklahoma City area. So if you know of a woman-owned business or a black-owned business and you want us to come out and do a live stream there, please hit me up, and we'd love to come out and take care of that. So, or you can pre-qualify online with them at www.ynbok.com. That's www.ynbok.com. Or you go into one of their 5 locations, the main bank at 401 Elm, 66 steps from historic downtown Yukon, Oklahoma. YNB East, which is off the Parkway and 66 or 39th Expressway. YNB Mustang, 218 North Mustang Road. YNB Parkway, which is off Garth Brooks and I-40, just south of I-40 right there. You can't miss it, right in front of the hospital there, and then it's right across from Louise. And then, of course, YNB Peoples, located in Bethany on 23rd between Rockwell and MacArthur. And, of course, my guy, Jonathan Beakey Triplet at Elm Grove Clothing. And once we've said many times, if you've watched ESPN and you've watched Kendrick Perkins, remember Kendrick used to play for us. You see how he's dressing now? This guy is the reason why he's dressing so well. Okay? This is the reason why this guy's dressing so well. Jonathan Beakey Triplet, 405-332-8787. So why spend $5,000-$6,000 for a suit, or $10,000 when you can spend $800 to $1,000? He has the swatches for you that you can pick out and have it all ready for you. And, you're looking at $800 to $1,000 for a custom suit. So why wouldn't you do it? I know that I'm doing it, and I've got a nice event coming up soon, the next couple of weeks, and he's got me a new suit coming for that. And then, that being said, this is going to be a nice segue into our next newest sponsor, Creed Cologne, and our guy and our girl Tanya. Hello, Tanya. How you doing? She's the account executive for the Midwest Territory for Creed. Hey, are you there?
I am here, Matt. I love hearing you speak about sports. I feel like you're one of the most knowledgeable people, and you're so enjoyable. I almost forget what I want to say.
Well, don't do that, because it was a nice segue going from Elm Grove Clothing into Creed Cologne. I thought that's a nice segue.
Thank you, and I appreciate you for introducing me. I am the account executive for the Midwest Regional Territory, and like you said, so we specialize. Who we are is we specialize in handcrafted fragrances.
Okay, what does that mean?
What does that mean? So we use something called the art of milliseme. And the short version of that, Matt, is basically we age our fragrances. We believe making it like the way the Egyptians did over 3,000 years ago. Really aging our fragrances makes it stand out, last longer, and better for you. So we're the only fragrance house in the world that ages our fragrances, and the process of that is called the art of milliseme. So why am I telling you this? Well, I'm letting you know who we are. We specialize in niche fragrances. We age our fragrances like fine wine. A lot of people don't know this, Matt, but we actually started in our logo. It says the House of Creed, founded in 1760. We started in London, but now today we're located outside of Paris, where they have the finest and richest things
Of
outside
everything,
of
yes.
France, of everything in the Fountain Blue. I was actually lucky enough to go with work a few weeks ago during the ice storm, and everything was just exquisite. Saw Versailles, but they have the best of the best. So we're outside of the Fountain Blue, and today, like I said, all of our fragrances are handcrafted from France. We use the best farmers, the best ingredients. Why do we say this? Well, you start off the show Valentine's Day.
Yes,
Guys,
Valentine's Day.
Valentine's Day is important. Fragrances are important. And I think you and I agree, fragrances are personal, right? And
Agreed.
so what we do different, when you go to any of my locations, I'm going to bring up a location in Oklahoma City, Dillard's Penn Square. If you guys go today and you are looking for a gift, whether it's for you, whether it's for your partner, whoever it is for, whether it's your mom or dad, go to Dillard's Penn Square or go to Woodlands, Tulsa. And why? We not only specialize in handcrafted fragrances, which is the best of the best, H fragrances, but we also specialize because you and I talked about this, Matt. It is personal, right? It's an extension of personality. Would you wear the same fragrance on a date that you would wear on a job? Probably not.
No.
Would you? Sometimes you would, but probably not. Would you wear the same fragrance my grandma used to tell me at church that I would wear going on a date? Definitely not. And some of this might get me in trouble, but it is very personal. And then would I wear the same fragrance? A lot of people love Creed. And if you've never heard about it, come visit us, hear the story. It's Olivier is our perfumer, and so is Irwin. But one of the most legendary fragrances for the House of Creed is Aventus. And it's got
Yes.
pineapple in it. And Aventus means of the wind. And Aventus is truly successful. And I'll tell you, Matt, so many people say when they wear that, they literally wore that when they went to go get a job. And it got them the job. They were like, you smell so good. So I'm not saying that's true for everybody, but our fragrances have a story. They have a history. I am wearing, you can't see me because it's Carmina, and a little bit about Carmina. If you come visit us at Dillard's Penn Square team, we find out about you. We tailor the experiences to you. A little bit about Carmina is this. It was one of our most successful launches of the year, but it being Valentine's, it is bold and sensual. And I don't know about you if you like gourmands or if your beautiful wife likes gourmands, but we were talking about that yesterday. This has black cherry in it and rose de May. So it has the gourmand, Matt, and then it's got the floral. And we have some other great compliments. Like, you have your legendary Aventus. Because of Aventus being so successful, we have the confident Aventus for her. So what you get when you come see us at any of my locations, it being Valentine's Day, it being a day of love, whether you want to celebrate yourself or somebody else, we will ask you questions, Matt. When you come in, you've seen us, you've seen the team. Our team is Tyson, our business manager, the wonderful, beautiful Beth. We've got Zora, Sierra, and the wonderful Dillard's team.
Hey, now don't you have something going on from 2 to 4 today?
Yes, that's what I want to tell you.
Okay.
Anytime you come, 2 to 4, we have an event and we have special goodies. We have chocolates, we have drinks, non-alcoholic mocktails, of course, elevated, luxury, fun. Come with your partner, enjoy. We have special gifts that we normally don't do. We will tell you about the fragrance, but this is what you get when you get with Creed. You get Matt, what are you wearing this fragrance for? Tell me how you want your fragrance to make you feel. Tell me about yourself. Why? Because we tailor the fragrance to you. Some people might be like, that's funny. Why is she asking me questions? Or why is he asking me questions? Because at Creed, it's about the story. It's about the fragrance. It's about the quality. And we connect it to you for this Valentine's Day, whether it's today, tomorrow. So come to our special event. I will be there with the entire team at Dillard's Penn Square. We also have a special event. If you're in Tulsa, go visit our team at Tulsa. It's Patty and Waleed. But if you're in Oklahoma City, basically we extended the event from 2 to 5. Not only will we get your special scent, we'll get you extra samples so you can try something on different days or different occasions. And then we also will wrap it, make it beautiful, and you'll get special chocolates from France and cater it to you because it is the last thing of your extension. And remember this, in my humble opinion, when you're, when you're picking the best, you might as well pick the best for the best, right?
Agreed.
So agree. And so simply come out to Dillard's Penn Square on Expressway. Come see us. Come say hi to us. We want to find out about you. Pick the perfect scent. What a better way to say I love you this Valentine's Day with a perfect scent. And I appreciate you letting us on here today. Come see us 2 to 5. You will love the event. You will love the experience, and you will be taking fragrance to a whole nother level.
And remember, tell them that you heard it today on the Unpopular Hour, or heard it with Matt Clark, or that you heard Tanya
Yes,
today, or
Matt
heard
Clark.
her, or heard
Matt
her, or let her know that you heard her today on the show. So
yes, yes, I love that, and I'm hoping. We were talking about your beautiful wife. I think she's coming to see us too. So we're
no,
excited.
I'm not married, but she
Oh,
is she
okay.
is my friend.
That's
Yeah,
right.
she's my friend, and she's sick right now. But as a matter of fact, she has the
Oh,
flu. So she
God
is
bless
not.
her. Well,
Yeah,
you never know. You
yeah.
never know what's going to happen
Yeah, that's
with
what I
that
told her.
crazy.
So I told her I told her gift from you guys yesterday was from my dog Ace, which is she loves him and he loves her. So she's all bummed that she did not get her gift from my dog. I
No.
gave her because
Oh,
he loves her. He ignores me 100% when she's around. I'm like, the hell, you better come with me. I'm the one who feeds your ass. You better get over here.
well,
So
well, you already know he's a winner if he loves her.
yes,
Pets are so honest.
yes, they are.
They
They
treat
are.
women.
They kids and people. And remember, guys, Creed. And this is one thing that we
Come
talked
to
about
the
yesterday.
event,
This is what we talked about.
whatever occasion. Come
Remember,
see it.
pick the best for your best.
Absolutely,
Remember
Matt.
that.
And
Don't
thank
forget
you.
that.
And we're honored to be on the show. And I hope to see a lot of people today, whether you're picking out something special or if you're just trying us for the first time. We will customize some samples personally for you today. And mention that, Clark, because you know what? Just like Creed, he is the best.
Hey, I
So have
appreciate you.
a great day and happy Valentine's to all of you. Thank you.
Yes. Thank you, Tanya. I appreciate you today. And I tell you this, the Aventus guys, I had that on when I was at Cats one night, and this girl comes and she goes, What is that? I'm like, why are you sniffing me, first of all? What are you doing? But she kind of came up behind me. I was
I
at the bar.
totally get
And she goes,
compliments.
"What is that?" I go, "It's Creed." She goes, "Oh, that smells good." I was like, "I'm not buying you a drink, so don't."
Yeah, yeah. I
I mean,
mean,
thank you for the compliment.
literally, people will stop you and say, "What are
Yeah.
you wearing?" Men or women.
Yes.
It truly projects, and it's not that fragrance where some people will come tell you there's lots of great fragrances, but there's some fragrances that disappear, and
Yes.
ours truly because it is handcrafted. We use certain farmers. It literally lasts a long time. And like your story, I was going to a wedding. And believe it or not, the dress I wore for the wedding, I had to take it to the dry cleaner because it was like 2 weddings at once.
Uh
And
huh.
that dress, you know how women are like, okay,
Yes.
this one's the perfect one. I didn't want to do a different dress for this wedding. It was out of state. The cleaners, a local cleaner, I'm not going to say his name, bought the same fragrance. And if girls, if you want to know what it was a Ventus for her, power couple. My husband was wearing a Ventus. The next day, I paid $10 for the cleaners. He came and bought a $500 fragrance the next day because you only needed one spray when you choose the best ingredients, the
Yes.
best quality. He only needed one spray. But he goes, "How did you bring this dress?" And now I'm buying this for my wife. So that's a testament to the fragrance. And we love to see you. We love to hear about your stories.
Yes.
And then maybe next time we can see you and I talked about, people wear it for different occasions. It's 50-50. People tell me they wear it to the gym and because they don't want to smell bad, they're worried about it. Scent is such a great way
Meet
to
somebody,
make a good
especially when you're right there
impression.
next to
And
them.
then some people tell me, Matt, no, I'm training, I'm lifting. I'm not gonna wear it at the gym at all. I don't want to, cause someone to have a headache. So maybe that's the next topic if we're lucky enough to be on your
We
wonderful
can do
show
it
again.
again. Yes, we can. No problem.
Well, have a great Valentine's, everyone. Let us help you. I will be at the store at the party. We want to keep it fun and elevated. Come see us today. We will be there from 2 to close. We close at 8, but the big event is 2 to 5. So come see us and we'll take care of you.
All right. Thank
Thanks,
you.
Matt,
All right.
and
Thank
have
you.
a blessed
And
day.
have a
Thank
blessed
you.
day. Happy Valentine's Day. And tell Beth I said hello.
I sure will. Come see our girl Beth too. She's one of the best, and she's one that Matt sees all the time
Yes,
because
she's
she
my girl.
definitely knows She knows her stuff.
Yeah, she's my
So
girl.
there's something for everyone. We have a little bit over 40 fragrances. Okay.
Yes,
So
and
there's something, and we have soaps, we have shower gels, everything to keep it
well, see now
elevated.
you didn't show me all that stuff, Beth. You just gave me the sense.
Well,
You didn't
Matt,
show me
I
all that
had to leave
stuff.
a little bit for the next show and the next show and the next show. We're going to talk about different things.
Yes,
I
we
got to
will.
leave. Well, I am going to run. You truly made it fun. Thank you guys. And we'd love to see you next time at the House of Creed at Dillard's Penn Square. Have a great one.
Yeah,
And
thank
I'm
you.
signing off, Tanya.
Have a good
Thank
one.
you guys.
Thank
Thank
you.
you. Bye bye.
Thank you, Tanya. House of Creed. I can tell you this. That stuff really smells good. And so this is a funny story. So when I first Beth gave this to me probably about 6 weeks ago, I think, or something like that, and she gave me all these little bitty small samples, and so in these little bitty I thought they were all the same one, so I didn't even think about it. So I just just took them out, and just was spraying them one at a time. I didn't even pay attention. And this girl goes, "Hey," she goes, "Did you have something on different? What is that?" I go, "This is Creed." I go, "I had this last week." She goes, "No, you did not have that on." And I'm like, "Huh?" And then Jennifer was like, "No, that's different with different smells." And I didn't know that she had gave me different smells. I thought they were all the same. And Beth goes, "You are such a dude." I'm like, "No." She goes, "Yeah, you're supposed to look at." I didn't know she gave me different smells. I thought she just gave me different boxes of the same one. So yeah. So anyway.
Well,
But
not to interrupt you, we have them all labeled. But
oh
I'm
well, yeah,
guessing
but I didn't look.
but I love that.
I
And
didn't
I love
look.
that everybody noticed you.
Yes,
Which
it
makes it
did. And even Jennifer was like, That's different than you had it because we went to 2 Thunder games. And I go, "Yes." I said, "Same smell." She goes, "No, that was different because women, y'all know smells.
you know what's
Women know
funny, Matt?
smells."
We always say we're so complex, we don't need to mix them. But if a customer wants to mix them, the customer's always right. But we always say we're so complex, like Aventus, you don't need to. But one day, Beth and I were spraying all these fragrances, sharing it, the
Uh-huh.
story. We try not to do more than 3, but this is funny. It goes ties in with your story. And this guy comes in and he goes, "What are you wearing? That's amazing." He goes, "I want that." And I go, and Beth and I go, "Olive Creed." He goes, "I'm a Creed user. Which Creed is Olive Creed?" And we go, "We
No.
didn't do it the Creed way that day. We were busy." We go, "Olive Creed." We sprayed everything, and he wanted that. I go, "No, but really, ours are. You can wear them by themselves because they're so complex and amazing. Like they stand out, like the original Centol, the Aventus. Experience it for yourself. But if someone wants to wear more than one together,
Go
our,
ahead.
you know what? Guess what? You're our customer, and you can do whatever you want."
You can do whatever you like. Yeah, we
And
know.
hopefully I'll still be a part of Creed. But that's the thing. They're complex. You don't need to mix them.
Yeah.
But that day, her and I sprayed it all. Everybody wanted that.
That's
And they go,
hilarious.
"Here's Olive Creed. What's that one?"
Well,
No,
yeah,
it's
that's expensive is what that is.
we said we had thousands of dollars in the air.
Yeah, that's expensive is what that is. I can promise you that. You try to do
Every
Olive Creed, that's
to the
expensive.
department, they wanted that fragrance. It was
But I'm gonna tell you
hilarious. So,
this: it's nothing more, it's nothing cheaper or more expensive than a mist smell. So it's
yeah.
really cheap if you got a good smell on and you meet the possible future person in your life because she liked the way you smell. Hey, what is that worth?
Right.
What is that
Right.
worth? So that's all
What
I'm
is that
saying.
word?
Yeah, yeah. So all
And
right,
it's
Todd.
about the experience. And I think you said it really good, and I'll leave it short. It's about the quality, it's about the
Hmm.
experience, it's about the aesthetics. But I tell everybody this: you know what luxury is? Luxury is giving out solutions for what people want, but treating people the ultimate best to everyone.
Yes,
And if you can treat everyone amazingly well and treat people the way you want to be treated, that is a luxury experience.
agreed.
And everyone in my team, I think you've met my team, the way we treat people is the way we want to be treated. And that to me, outside of the fragrance, our history, and everything else, I always say they ultimately buy from you. And I hope if you ever come to Oklahoma City or Tulsa or any of my other locations, luxury is being treated that you are the best. It's not just about our product, but we like to take care of our people. And I mean that from my heart. And I appreciate this. And thank you so much. Heartfelt thank you for being on here. And I am going back to the party at Dillard's Penn State for our elevated event for Valentine's.
Yes,
Bye
go back.
bye and
All right.
thank you.
Thank you, Tanya. And hey, like I said, go back get Creed is fantastic. If you will go get go smell it, get a sample.
Get
Try a
some
little sample.
samples. Yes,
Get
come
a
see
sample.
us.
Get a
Don't feel
sample.
like you have to buy something. Eventually, I promise you, you'll end up enjoying it. But come try some samples,
Yeah.
enjoy it, and come see us.
Hey,
We'll see you
and are
to the
you having?
line.
By the way, are you having that same pineapple, whatever I had drink yesterday, or do y'all do different ones
Oh,
today?
yes. So, what we did yesterday, guys, is we had some light bites. We had some drinks that are mocktails, so non alcoholic. Dillard's is a family
Yeah, I
partner,
know. I was
and
upset
we
there wasn't
bring
vodka in it.
we had strawberry and like mango and citrus. And our drink that Matt had, and we'll have it today too, a beautiful event with light bites. And like I said, a beautiful TOA with chocolates, samples. The drink was so amazing. Matt was like, I don't know if I want to have it. It was really refreshing that we paired it with our special 3 fragrances that we highlighted.
Oh,
So we
nice.
used that fragrance. So when he smelled it, if you notice, Matt, you go, oh, it smells even better.
Right.
It was on purpose. So
Oh
I gave you
no.
I'm giving you all the secrets. I gotta go. So you can get me back on
don't
next
don't
time.
give
I
away
can
don't give
tell
away
you.
the secrets. Don't give away the secrets, Tanya. Don't give away
Okay.
secrets. Don't give away
We'll see
secrets.
you guys.
All right.
We hope to see you today. And anytime you guys want to come see us, come see us. Hours are 11 to 8, Monday through Saturday, 12 to 6 on Sundays.
Yes.
See you guys later and have a blessed
Have a
day.
blessed
Thank you
day.
guys.
Thank you, Tanya.
Thank you. Bye
That
bye.
was our girl from Tree. She's the account executive for the Midwest Territory for Creed, and I tell you, man, the stuff is fantastic. It smells so good. It really, really does. And like I said, I was a little worried, but I was like checking it out. Jay Fielder, Matt, you the man. I appreciate you, Jay. Appreciate you coming on. Now to get back to the sports. But hey, I couldn't resist it. It was so good yesterday. I had to have her come on and kind of give some details about that. So, but anyway, this weekend is the NBA All Star. Of course, we have J Dub and SGA are going to be in the All Star game, and in fact, they're playing against each other in the first round. Isn't that crazy? Kenny's Young Stars against Chuck's team, Global Stars is what they called them. So they're playing against each other. So that's going to be interesting to whether they are actually going to play with each other. I mean, play against, or they're actually going to guard each other, which they will. But how competitive is that going to be? I'm going to go not. That's what I'm thinking. They're not going to really do that. So, but anyway, you have the Young Stars tomorrow at 7:20. Kenny's Young Stars against Chuck's. Shaq's OGs, which of course is LeBron and Steph Curry in that group, and they'll go against Kansas Rising Stars. Okay, now what happens is that, remember, the Rising Stars are the first and second year guys, and Cason Wallace. I don't know if Cason's playing in that because he's been missing games. But anyway, they will play. The winner of that will play against Shaq's team, and then that game will be at 8:10. The first game, Kenny's Young Stars against Chuck's Global Stars, that game will be at 7:20. So they'll play against each other, and then the winner of those two games will play for the championship Sunday. Now, the question is, do we really like this format? I prefer a full game. I don't, but breaking them up, I get it. But my problem with this young generation, they don't respect the game like they used to. Like nobody wants to get hurt. It's about their contract, all that. Whereas before, at least it was competitive. Now it's not. So that's the thing that really bothers me about this. So we'll see if this format works. To me, I think you do it just like baseball does it. And I've said this before. Now, am I going to be watching Sunday? Hell yeah. I'm going to be watching. So are you. But like I said, I think they should do it just like they do baseball. Same exact thing. Take whoever wins the East and whoever wins the West, whoever wins the game, that team or that conference gets home court advantage in the playoffs, in the championship series. That's what they did in baseball. Guess what? All-Star game got way more competitive. Why? Because it's imperative that you host and you are the host team. You get 4 out of 7 games at home. That will make it way more competitive than this. Put something on it. Make it valuable. Add something to it. To me, that's how I look at it. Make it East versus West. Whoever wins gets home court. You think the West is not going to try to get home court advantage? You think the East doesn't want the home court advantage? If we're the Thunder, you think we don't want home court advantage? You coming to Paycom 4 times? Hell yeah, we want home court advantage. What are we, 25-3 at home? You don't think we want it at home? Celtics are basically the same, and so are the Cavaliers, so are the Knicks. Everybody wants it at home. That gives you something. And my other suggestion was, which people don't like, is the international stars against the Americans. The first five against each other would be crazy, which is SGA, Jokic, Wemby, Giannis, and Luca against Steph, LeBron, KD, uh, uh, Jason Tatum, and that group, and Jalen Brunson. That group would go against the other group. I would love to see that. But to me, make it whoever wins the East, whoever wins the West, make it valuable, make it worth something. I can promise you those guys are going to want to play harder. That's just me and how I look at it. So, but anyway, guys, that being said, we're going to get off here. I've got to go to the gym today. We have our league is tonight and tomorrow. So I've got to get some stuff done at the league today that I did not get done this week because of we were closed on Wednesday, so I didn't get a chance to get some work done. So I need to do that and get to the gym early today to train some kids and get some stuff done. So that being said, I want to thank Tanya from Creed for coming on today, talking about their cologne and what they did. And hey, go to the event 2 to 5 today. Go check it out. Or, if you can't make it today, go by tomorrow or Sunday or whatever. Go by and check it out. I promise you, this stuff smells good. Promise you. Promise you. And if you got a girl, man, hit her up. Give her something good for Valentine's Day. Give her some chocolate and give her some Adventures for women, whatever. Get her something that she would like, something different. You don't have to buy her jewelry. You don't have to do that. Man, some chocolate or maybe some flowers and some nice perfume that she doesn't have, and maybe she's wanted. Why wouldn't you do that? Just saying, just trying to give you some advice from a single man who doesn't have a date. I don't know how much that can give you, but hey, trying to have the advice. I'm trying to spread the love. So that being said, hey, thank you everybody for watching this edition of the Unpopular Hour. Appreciate you.